Today we will discuss about the functions of commercial banks. We know that commercial banks perform various functions, and that functions can be classified under two heads. They are primary functions and secondary functions. Nowadays another category of functions are also added, like innovative functions. Let us see what are these primary functions, secondary functions, and innovative functions. Primary functions include two important functions, namely accepting of deposit and granting loans and advances. From this, they create are also undertaken by this bank known as credit creation process. Therefore, the primary function include accepting of deposit and granting of loans and advances. Secondary functions can be categorized as general utility function, agency service. There is another category, namely innovation functions. These are the important functions of commercial banks. The primary functions include, as we have already discussed, accepting a deposit. Commercial banks accept various types of the deposit from the public, especially from the customers. It includes saving bank account, recurring account, fixed deposit account, current account, etc. And second one is making advances, loans and advances. Commercial banks provides loans and advances to of various forms, and it includes overdraft facility, cash credit, bill discounting, etc. Then from this function, banks undertake another important function, namely credit creation process, and this is one of the peculiar feature of the commercial banks. While sanctioning a loan to a customer, bank doesn't provide cash to a borrower. Instead, it opens a deposit account from where the borrower can withdraw. In other words, while sanctioning a loan, a bank automatically creates deposit. This is known as the credit creation process by the bank. From this created a deposit, which is known as derivative deposit, the banks create further loans. This is the credit creation process. Then first we will discuss about the first important primary function, that is accepting deposit. We know that there exist different types of the deposits, namely saving deposit and fixed deposit, current deposit, and recurring deposit. Saving deposits are for encouraging the saving habits of the people, and it is mainly suitable for it is mainly opted by the salary and wage earners. And there is the second one is the fixed deposit, and also known as term deposit. Money is deposited for a fixed tenure. No withdrawal of money during this period is allowed. And third one is current account. It is mainly opened by the businessmen. The account holders get overdraft facility on this account. Overdraft facility means they can withdraw the amount more than in their account. And the recurring deposit is the fourth category. Recurring deposit means a certain sum of money is deposited in the bank at a regular period of time. Then the first one is saving bank account, and in the following section the features and the advantages of the saving bank accounts are given. And these saving bank accounts are mainly for encouraging the saving habits of the people. Commercial bank, cooperative bank, postal department, etc. accept deposit by way of opening saving bank account, and it is mainly opened by the salaried person or by persons who have fixed income. And a small amount of interest also will be given to the saving bank account. Main features of the saving bank accounts are: first one, main objective of the saving bank account is to promote the saving. Second one, there is no restrictions on the number and amount of deposits. Third one, withdrawals are allowed subject to certain restriction. Fourth one, money can be withdrawn either by check or by withdrawal slip. That is, we can, in order to withdraw the money, we can use either check or withdrawal slip. And the rate of interest is very nominal on saving account. Saving account is of continuing nature, and there is no maximum period. A minimum amount has to be kept in the bank account. No loan facilities provided against saving bank account. These are the features of the saving account. And advantages of saving account are: first one, it encourages the saving habits. Second one, it enables the depositor to earn an income by way of interest, since this will get a small amount of the interest. It helps the depositor to make payments by way of checks, and there is the saving account holders gets the facility of check, and that can be used for the payments. And the bank offers number of services to the saving account holders get facilities like locker facilities, ATM services, credit card, etc. will be available, etc. can be made available by the saving bank account holders. Then second category of account is this deposit account is the current account. Current account is a special type of bank account opened by traders, businessmen, corporate bodies, and others who operate the account frequently is known as the current account. For the features of the current account are the minimum balance is required. It is different for rural and urban area. There is no ceiling on the number of withdrawal and credit. Unlike the saving deposit, in the case of the current deposit, there is no ceiling on the deposits on the withdrawal as well as the credit. Passbook, pass sheet, standing instruction, check collection facilities are available, and it helps in supporting day-to-day financial requirements of these types of the paper, and gives the advantage of maximum financial leverages for the customer's money, thus saving the time and cost. And here another important feature of this current account is that they will get the overdraft facility. A comparison of the saving account and current account is given, and saving account is preferred by the salaried people and current account is preferred by the business people. And there is a limit on the withdrawal in the saving account, but there is no limitation on the amount of withdrawal or amount as well as the number of withdrawals in the case of the current account. Interest in the case of the nominal rate of interest is paid, and in the case of a saving account, only a nominal amount of interest will be given, and but in the case of the current account, no interest will be provided. A major objective of the saving account is to promote the saving habits, and the main objective of the current account is to conduct the business transaction. There is a minimum balance, but in the case of the current account, there is a minimum. The minimum balance will be different, but in the case of the saving account nowadays, we can keep the zero balance. In majority of the cases, we can keep the zero balance, but in the case of the current account, a minimum balance is required. Overdraft facility won't be available in the case of the saving account, but in the case of the current account, it is available, and there is no need to hold the reserve is in proportion to the volume of the deposit. There is a need to hold the reserves in proportion to the volume of the deposit. They need, in the case of the current account, reserves is needed, but in the case of saving account, no reserves is needed. Next important category is the recurring deposit account, and the recurring deposit is generally opened for the purpose to be served at a future date. That is, it is open for a pre-planned program, and a fixed amount is deposited at a regular interval in the case of this recurring deposit. And the features of the recurring deposit are: first one, the main objective of this account is to develop regular saving habits among the public. This is the most important. It is to foster the regular saving habits among the public. The minimum amount that can be deposited is ₹10 at a regular time, and the period of deposit is minimum 6 months and maximum of 10 years. The rate interest will be comparatively higher in the case of the recurring deposit. No withdrawals are allowed. However, the bank may allow to close the account before the maturity date. The bank provide loan facility. The loan can be given up to the 75% in the case of the recurring deposit. Advantages of recurring deposit. The advantages include recurring deposit encourage regular saving habits among the people. Second one, they will get the loan facility. Then they can utilize the funds for the lending to business people. The bank can utilize the fund for lending to business people. The bank may also invest such funds in profitable, or it can be used for investment purposes by the banks. And the fourth types of the deposit is fixed account deposit, and the account which is open for a particular for a fixed period of time by depositing particular amount is known as the fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account, and the term fixed deposit means that the deposit is fixed and is repayable only after a specific period is over. It is for a specific period of time, and the amount also will be fixed. Therefore, it is known as the fixed deposit account. And the features of the fixed deposit accounts are: the first one, the main purpose of the fixed deposit account is to enable the individual to earn a higher interest on their surplus fund. Second one, the amount can be deposited only once, and for further such deposit, separate accounts needs to be opened. The period of fixed deposit ranges from 15 days to 15 days to 10 years. A higher interest rate is paid. Usually, high interest rate on the fixed deposit account will be higher. Withdrawals are not allowed. However, in case of the emergency, banks are allowed to close the fixed deposit account. Depositor is given a fixed deposit receipt. That is, fixed deposit receipt is used. Is also issued in the case of the fixed deposit account. Advantages of the fixed deposit accounts are: first one, it encourages the saving habits for a longer period of time, and this it enables the depositors to earn a higher interest rate compared to other accounts or deposit accounts. The rate of interest of the fixed deposit accounts will be comparatively higher. The depositor can get loan facility from the bank, then it can be made used to make purchase of the asset. Bank can get fund for a longer period of time, and the bank can lend such funds for short-term loans to the business, that it can be used for short-term loans. And fixed deposit indirectly boost economic development of the country. The bank can also invest such funds in profitable area. That is, the bank can use it for the investment, for the loan creation, and it can be used for the economic development. And the customer will get the high rate of interest, they will get loan facilities, and it encourages the saving habits. These are some of the advantages of the fixed deposit. And the second important function is, the first important primary function is the accepting deposit, and we have explained what are the different types of the deposit. The second important function is the making loans and advances, or provision of loans and advances. Bank lending constitute loans and advances granted by the bank. It plays an important role in augmenting the gross earnings and net profits of the commercial banks, and cause acceleration in the growth and development of the country. That is, the bank provides loans and advances to the needy people. And the loans and advances are of different types, and which are explained as follows. First one is demand loan. This, in a demand loan account, the entire amount is paid to the debtor at one time. That is the demand loan. And the second category is term loan, and it is granted for a fixed period exceeding 3 years, and is repayable according to the schedule of repayment, is known as the term loan. That is, if the loan is granted for a period exceeding 3 years, and there is a schedule for repayment, then that types of loans are known as term loans. And the period of term loan may extend up to 10 years, and in some cases up to 20 years. Then overdraft is the third type of the loans. Overdraft is a fluctuating accounts, and it is mainly provided to the current account holders. Overdraft facilities are allowed in the case of the current account holders, and that is, it provides a facility to withdraw the amount more than that in the account. Then another one is bill purchased. Bill purchased are something from bills are purchased from approved customers in whose favor regular limits are sanctioned. In the case of the documentary bill, the drafts are accompanied by documents of the title of goods, such as railway receipts, a bill of landing, etc. That is, the loans are granted against the bills approved by the banks. And bill discounted means this bills maturing within 19 days or so after the date are discounted by a bank for the approved parties. In case a bill, that is, the bills issued by the various parties can also be issued to the customers by discounting the amount. And call money or short period loans. Loan is the next category. Money or short period loans are the types of the loans provided to businessmen for extremely short period of time. These loans may be given for a period of a day, 2 day, or most often 15 days. These types of loans are, this is called money or short money loans are for an extremely short period of time. Then the loan is a type of advance granted by a banker where the entire amount is paid in one lump sum and at one time, is known as the loan. Then the secondary functions of the commercial banks. So far we have examined the primary function, that is the accepting deposits. Second one, provision of loans and advances. And then then the second category of function is known as the secondary functions. That is, along with primary function, each commercial bank has to perform several secondary functions. That is, it includes many agency services or general utility function. The secondary functions of commercial banks can be divided into agency functions and utility functions. Agency functions include collect and clear checks, dividends, interest, etc. Second one, make payments of rent, insurance premium, etc. Deal in foreign exchange transaction, purchase and selling of securities, act as a trustee, attorney, correspondent, executor, etc. They accept tax proceeds and the tax returns. These are the agency services provided by the banks, and general utility services are the second category, and this include a locker facility, travelers money transfer facility. The first one is locker facility, then money transfer facility. Traveler sticks can be issued, they act as a referee. Then to accept various bills for the payment, phone bill, gas bill, water bill, etc. That we can provide standing instruction, provide merchant banking facility, they provide various card facilities. These are the general utility facilities, that is card facility, merchant banking facilities. Then they make payments of the bills, travelers check, transfer facilities, then locker facilities. These are the various general utility functions. In addition to that, nowadays the banks performs various innovative functions like ATM services. We all know that ATM services they are provided. They provide debit card and credit card facilities. Then tele-banking, internet banking, mobile banking, etc. Will also be provided. Tele-banking means banking services through the telephone. Internet banking means banking services through internet. Mobile banking means banking services through the mobile apps. Then electronic clearing services, that is, it is the safest and the speediest way to clear the transactions. Then there is a transfer, namely fund transfer facility, namely the NEFT. That is, NEFT is the National Electronic Fund Transfer System. It is a nationwide payment system facilitating one-to-one fund transfer. Individuals, firms, and corporate can electronically transfer funds from any bank branch to any individual firm or corporates having accounts with any other bank branches in the country participating in this scheme. Then the other one is real-time gross settlement. It can be defined as a continuous settlement of fund transfer individually on an order-by-order basis. Real-time means the processing of instruction at the time they are received rather than at some later time. That is, it will be processed at the as and when it is. And it is the first possible. These are the functions of a commercial banks. Therefore, the functions can be divided into primary function, that is accepting deposits, and second one of a second primary function is provision of loans and advances. And the second function is the secondary function. This includes the agency services, then general utility services. In addition to that, the banks perform another function, namely innovative services like ATM, credit card, debit card, fund transfer facility, etc. These are the important functions of a commercial